Welcome into the 5th part of the NeuroCloud space event. Do you think we are really done with Shayna? Well, I don't know, but we have a different matter to attend to. Something, probably the Entropics, are eating the planets away and causing a massive disturbance in the cosmos system. Big Entropic Comets waves approaching us, and we have to flee. Part 10, Receding Reflection. When the light passes through the infinite cosmos, what does it hide and what does it expose? Jiutian sector, Uranian, space. Warning, Entropic Comets signed at 5 o'clock, range 40, please await. They are so persistent. Fresnel maxes out the spaceship throttler on the control terminal. However, one comet, trailing an eldritch purple light in its wake, continues its dodger's pursuit of the vessel. Starboard cannon! Reload! Weapon emplacement is collected down. Estimated cooldown time of 260 seconds needed before charging can commence. Countless points of light spray forth from the comet, with the entropic creatures spread their claws, roaring as they swoop down on the spaceship. Not good. There are too many entropics coming after us. The spaceship guns alone can't handle them. More to that point, there's a never-ending supply of entropic comets out there. It's going to be hard if the entropics spread out and encircle us. If the light within the room cannot light up the darkness, then let the light of the day shine in from outside. True, if we had external fire support to clean out those entropics. That's right, we have an AXO. The one Belka brought aboard. The one from Oberon. But isn't that civilian field? Expedition model? The standard Expo has some degree of firepower on it, and Xinhuan glances at the heavy guns in the corner of the spaceship's hold. Why do you have a hellboard cannon on your ship? It's a secret weapon. A friend from the Oasis gave us for self-defense. Looks like Rook's hunch was right. Well, since it's a secret self-defense weapon, then we ought to bring it one before it gets rusty. Xinhuan, haven't you fully recovered yet? Please don't push yourself too hard. Relax. Just leave it all to the ace taking out Xinhuan. The spaceship races through the void. More and more comets break off from other planetary systems to chase it. Swarm of entropic fluid out from the comets in all directions, and it seems as though the spaceship is going to drown in a dark purple sea of entropy. Target locked? Fire! The sudden explosion freezes the pursuing entropics in their track, and they stop to look around their surrounding. Whoosh. A white machine soars out of the spaceship's hold, taking an escort formation behind the vessel. Krasner was right. Turns out your next move was to split up and encircle us. Why, this is sus. The entropics can think for themselves like low-order entropics? Makes me feel like Chayana is still alive. As the entropics begin to pincer attack the spaceship, Xinhuan's cannon has already targeted their intended course. Cannon blasts mercilessly consume the enemy, but those ominous comets continue spawning new entropics. Reloading? Xinguan has only lightly nudged her control stick when waves of pain begin spreading out from her left arm. In just a moment, the Entropics hordes have broken through the web of firepower Xinguan has laid down and have rushed up to the spaceship port side. Their sharp-tipped tentacles take aim at the spaceship weaknesses. Get lost! Xinguan pushes her throttle forward all the way, and a powerful surge from the exo-armor's thrusters throw it forward. The massive frame of the exo crashes into an Entropic that's about to penetrate the spaceship hull and send it flying. Ah! Xinguan, are you okay? I'm fine, just maintain your present velocity. Xinguan grabs her stomach. Glowing operants are slowly oozing out of it. Did you want to open up? This is bad. At this rate, you will. I'm fine. What happened just now was just a small mistake. We can't go on like this. Then an asteroid belt up ahead. We could try hiding there. We can't. The debris in the asteroid belt will slow us down. And there are more and more of those comets. If they catch up with us, we won't be able to escape. Never mind me. You guys should flee at full speed. As long as you can shake off those Entropics. Xinguan ignites her beam saber and fends off the enemy's attacks with its blazing edge. However, all this motion strains her wounds and puts a huge burden on her body. Gradually, Xinguan begins losing steam under the endless stream of Entropic's attack. You will not pass! A cardinal tentacle tip bats the beam saber aside. As said, tentacle is about to spread the Exo's piloting cradle, the spaceship suddenly charges into the Entropics. Xinguan, don't fight them head on. I have an idea. Huh? Help me delay them as long as possible. But remember, just tie them up. Don't go too far. Understood. I will do my best to occupy them. Thank you. X RRMS active. Axle on. The exo armor begins keeping its distance from the Entropic's horde, barely staying in weapon range. Meanwhile, the Entropics rushes toward the asteroid belt like a blinking red star. This position? Good. This is the spot. Fresnel slowly parks their OAS 1702 behind a certain asteroid. What do you have in mind, Fresnel? Xinguan can't hold on for too long in her current state. Shh! Need some time to observe the surrounding. Fresnel turns off the spaceship engine and lights. Xinguan battles with the Entropics is visible not far away. As I thought, the Entropics didn't pursue us. Looks like my hypothesis was right. The comet prioritized locking onto targets within visual range. And this is a good place. Hubble, we're going to set up an optical clock here. Optically clocking a small area might be possible, but concealing this entire region? Remember the optical gear I found on Oberon? I didn't think they left this much stuff behind. They even have some optical projection here. Let's just take it all. It might come handy at some point. Well, the point came out soon enough. And those comets like searching for targets within visual range. We will just have to keep them from seeing us. Presner, are you planning to set all this up on the asteroid? Yep, I will do it while the comets and Entropics haven't turned their attention to us yet. Understood. I will help you too. Valka will help too. Xinhuan's hand trembles around the control stick as the hellball cannon fires again, and she starts seeing double images on the screen in front of her. Damn it! Is my body at its limits, even though I'm not even fighting them seriously? Beep beep beep. Thank you, Xinhuan. It must have been hard on you. Now I need you to get over to the spaceship location as fast as possible. Alright. I will be in right there. A white shooting star streaks toward the asteroid belt, and a horde of Entropics follows. During her flight, Xinhuan occasionally fires a shot or two backwards to show the Entropics down until they finally approaches her destination. Right after Xinhuan's EXO enters the asteroid belt, deploy smoke screen. GG. Thick smoke enjolves the Entropics horde, leaving them unable to tell where they are for a moment. By the time the smoke clears, the EXO they are chasing is nowhere in sight. The only thing that remains in their surrounding are countless drifting asteroids and dead silence. Did they stop? What happened? Meanwhile, Xinhuan sees something completely different. Although she's only a short distance away from the Entropics, they have turned around and looking in all directions, as though they can see her. Successfully activated optical cloth. Is that an optical cloth? It is only then that Xinhuan realizes that there are several optical projections around her, all running at full power. Right now, those Entropics are looking at an image we have composed from multiple optical projections. To them, we have vanished without a trace. Xinhuan, lower your thruster output. We will slowly withdraw from here without revealing ourselves and go to full power once we get some distance away from them. Alright, I will escort you. The spaceship and the EXO slowly make their way forward. The Entropics swarm quickly locks onto their next target and heads toward it. Oh, a little more and we will be able to go full throttle and escape. Xinhuan, you should dock with us now. Will do. I'm returning now. What? Static noises. A ripple appears in the optical screen Fresnel erected not far away. A huge mass of mosaic pixel appears in what should have been empty space, as though something was breaking apart. Fresnel, battle stations. Before Xinhuan finished speaking, the spaceship and the white EXO begins to drift in and out of view in the void. The surrounding Entropics, which haven't yet left the area, detected their target and descend upon the spaceship in a mad rush. Engage thrusters! Xinhuan frantically tugs on her control stick to bring the EXO around and pull her trigger, showering the Entropics horde with a rain of bullets. The optical cloth broke down? But how? Everything was working normally? Could it be the position of the projection? Person looked outside. The clustered asteroids begin to drift apart, and the debris inside begin drifting towards the edges of the field. The asteroid, which once milled around in relatively stability, lose their mutual hold on each other and drift apart, like water running out of puddle, until it completely runs dry. The direction of the starlight. The position of the asteroids have been shifted. But what could have caused such a huge shift? No. Something like this happened before. It's just like what happened back on Saturn. The comet is headed for Titan now. Titan? That's how much far off deviation from its original course? The ring was helping to analyze it. It might very well be a shift in Saturnian gravity. A gravity shift? Is this a Luke 16 novel or something? Ah, never mind. So what you're saying is the pan interception plan is a bust, right? It's the gravity. The gravitational pulse is weakening. Could it be happening here too? With the decrease of the planet's mass, it can maintain its original gravitational pull, which affects the position of its surrounding satellites. Xinghu, behind you! Beam saber! With the optical cloud completely gone, the spaceship and the Exo are once again naked in outer space. The Entropics looking behind the asteroid charm and steer, and the white spaceship is once again surrounded in purple. Crap! We are completely surrounded now. Page 18, binary conjunction. No matter how grand the star or how insignificant the dust speck, they both meet the same fate in the end. Warning, port thruster damage. Warning, starborne additive control nozzle damage. Warning, operand deployed to 40%. An endless stream of warnings window filled the control interface. Damn it, they just won't quit. An endless stream of Entropics jump onto the spaceship one after another. Xinghuan launches her exos feet onto the hull of the vessel, and her beam saber cuts blazing X through the ranks of the enemy. Gee. The right thrusters also. Not good. The ship can't maintain its velocity. Get in the escape pod. You too. I will grab you with the exo. A set of sharp, tipped tentacles leave terrifying scars on the exostructure. Oh no, even if I could grab them and run, the exo can't move fast enough to get away. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Isn't there a way to get Hubble and the others away? Xinghuan looks around, and the purple Entropics horde have them completely surrounded. A streak of eerie dark purple shoots out from a distant comet, heading right for her. Xinghuan, look out! An entropizing shell flies in front of a blind spot, on course to hit Xinghuan in the head. She is about to dodge when she remembers that the spaceship's cockpit is directly behind her, and the ship is going to have a much harder time avoiding that. She does. This is bad if I dodge now. Hubble and the other will. God. What? A beam from afar pierces the shell, which instantly explodes. The shockwave baffles the exo and rattles the piloting cradle. Does it mean everything alright or not? Huh? What, that covering fire? But who? Yuan? Xinhuan reflexively activates the Exo's infrared target designator and switches her terminal to wide area broadcast comms. Enemy position locked. Rain of fire. A barrage of beams fires from the direction of Saturn. Each one strikes the enemies marked by Xinhuan designator. And meets the explosion that follows. A video link request suddenly pops up on her terminal. After Xinhuan accepts, a familiar green head from appears on the monitor. Oh my god. I knew it would be okay, Xinhuan. Beep 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 beep. Yuan, Yixing. Ah, I'm so glad to see you two again. Well, I'm an ace takeout after all. How could I die in a place like that? Although, it would be nice if you died yourself before the cover fire. I don't think anyone else would have understood what you're trying to do. I should be saying that one. You need at least talk about your battle plan before actually executing it. And you still owe me lunch. Oh my god, so good. And you still owe me lunch. Oh. Beep beep beep. You don't need to cover for her, Liu Xing. In any case, we will chat later. Right now, we will take care of the enemies. Team 08. Cover the Exo. All other teams deploy and wipe out the nearby Entropics. The Exos scatter like shooting star, spreading out to cleanse the surrounding of the purple spots infesting them. Yumek, remember to dispatch a squad to protect the spaceship. I was just about to ask, where did you get the spaceship from? Weren't you supposed to be in the escape pod? Haha, you could call it that. Fated encounter. Just wait and you will find out. With a beep, Hubble's image appears on the comms channel. It's been a while, Yuang. Hubble? Why are you with Xinhuan? No, wait. Why are you even in Jiutian sector? At first, we came to Xinhuan sector to find you. But along the way, we rescued Xinhuan from trouble near Oberon. Oberon, you say? That region has been heavily entropized and all the agents manning the post there have already evacuated. Yes, although we managed to see something incredible thanks to the surveillance gear in an abandoned base. You mean these comets? Far more than these. These are just the tip of the iceberg. I will sync the data and image to you. That many? An endless array of Entropic Comets comes into view at the edge of the solar system. Yuan can't help but tighten his grip on the terminal he is holding. Looks like the Entropic Comet that made Titan fall was only the beginning. We need to inform the ring ward as fast as possible. System command. Hail Xuanu and sync this into her. All fighters, listen up. Weapons free. Prioritize operants for weapon system. Eliminate the pursuing comets and Entropics within 10 minutes. We need to return to Ringworld base as fast as possible. Holy moly! Okay, looks like it's just the beginning of this chapter, man. Part 11. Celestial Extirpation. At the stars before me wing out one by one. I know this is the prelude to the cosmic storm that is to come. Jiutian Sector. Jovian Ring World. Yuan heads Hubble and company into the admin center. Gagarin, we will be holding an operational briefing. Everyone present must attend. We have important news to share with the administrator. And this would be? Gagarin glances at Fresnel, not sure if she's part of the everyone. What Yuan talking about? Fresnel's a friend of Hubble and Xinhuan. Xinhuan, get some treatment first, and don't forget to back up your neural cloud. Lady Xinhuan has returned. I'm here, Gagarin. Thanks goodness you're alright. I will arrange for agents to treat you as fast as possible and back you up at the same time. Speaking of backups, one of your friends came back with me. He brought some data with him. A friend? The round form of Belka walks out from behind Xinhuan. It's been a while, old friend. I think the last time we saw each other was when we said farewell back on Haumea station. Belka, you didn't come back to the ring world when the agents evacuated from Haumea station. I thought you died with the others who didn't make it. Belka remained on Haumea to guard everyone's hopes so that we should all be able to come back together. And now, this will has finally come true. Miss Hubble brought everyone's data back. Thanks goodness. I will enter them into the Ring World's NeuroCloud backup terminal. That way, we can all meet again once the Ring World managed to sort itself out. Thank you for taking such a good care of it, Belka. After exchanging greetings and getting some rest, everyone gathered in the admin center. Just as Gagarin finished working on the machinery there and bring up the footage obtained from Oberon Base. The mood in the room grew tense as everyone witnesses the oppressive numbers of Entropic Comets once again. Going by the data gathered from Oberon Base, the number of Entropic Comets entering the solar system is far beyond the capacity of the ring world to hold off. And after factoring the Hubble's data, we can conclude that those entropics have the ability to consume stellar mass. As for the consumed mass, it's possible that it's used to make new entropics. We need to tell Xianu about this as fast as possible. After their decapitation battle on Titan, Lady Xianu went to Mercury. Mercury? Yes, the data from Mercury base indicate abnormal fluctuations in the sun. Lady Xianu has gone there to investigate. There are abnormalities in the sun data? Would it be also the work of the Entropics too? Gagarin, bring up real-time video feed of the Sun and Mercury to help Hubble's analysis. Also, contact Xianu while you are at it. Will do. Gagarin tries contacting Xianu personal terminal through the admin center equipment, but the reply he gets is no response to communications request. No response? The truth is, we have been trying to contact Lady Xianu for some time now. Our broadcasts are fine, but we didn't get a response from Lady Xianu, so we suspect it caused by the anomalous solar activity. Keep trying to hail her. If it's interference from solar activity, then she ought to reply eventually. Hubble, what about the sun? Although we can't obtain more data due to the distance involved, just what we can see already proves how serious the situation is. In just a short span of time, we can see multiple super prominents on the sun's surface. Look at the height of those gas clouds. I don't think even prominence could get to that size, right? While the comets have not yet reached the sun itself, we cannot prove whether or not those unusual phenomena are linked to the cometary anthropization without imaging and monitoring data. Beep, beep, beep. It's a transmission from Mercury. Lord Yuang, Lady Xianu has replied to us. Put it through. Just as Yuang finished speaking, Abel silently stands up from where she was closely observing the big screen and pointed at the monitor in shock. Yuang, look at the video feed from the sun. The image, the sun's corona, is growing in size. The menacing, dazzling flames and light are slowly devouring the surrounding void. It's not this, it's the sun itself? The sun is expanding. What? Everyone in the admin center held their breath. They watched the screen in dead silence. The image shows space itself distorting under the sun's gravitational pull until it is swallowed up by it in the next moment. The sun is getting bigger. It's growing so fast that you can see it with the naked eye. Amid the silence, Xiaonu's transmission suddenly connects. Yuang's clutched the terminal before him, as though he's scraping onto his last ray of hope. Xiaonu, there's something wrong with the sun. We will pick you up right now. Communicator. Jovian. World. This is Xiaonu. Xiaonu, do you read me? The image on screen twists and distorts for several seconds before slowly stabilizing. Jovian Ringworld, this is Xiaonu. Currently Mercury Base has detected irregularities in the sun's data. This dataset is similar to what we obtained during our battle against the Entropics. We hope that everyone on the Ringworld can help us analyze it. Xiaonu continues describing the anomalous phenomena as though she had not heard Yuang. Yuang? This isn't a real-time transmission. What? The increased solar wind activity probably disturbed comms and caused this transmission to be delayed. It is then Yuang realized that the condition of the sun in the transmission is completely different from the real-time feed of the sun. In the real-time feed, the sun is devouring everything around it and draws it into its corona. The sun is consuming space itself, so the sun turned out into a black hole. And its gravity increases. Mercury begins moving toward the sun, slowly sliding into a blazing abyss. Xiaonu, get away from Mercury, now! Yuang rises from his wheelchair in agitation. However, despite his shouting, Yuang's words cannot cross the expanse of 720 million kilometers to reach Xiaonu's ears. Xiaonu's face on the screen is calm and severe, continuing her analysis as always. Currently, we suspect that the Saturnian gravity shift, the change in solar activity, all of it is related to entropization. You don't say. Stable signal. That's a lie here. Perhaps the Entropics invasion is not yet over. Right now, we need to perform first-hand analysis of this information. The view in the live feed is a hellish scene. Gigantic solar prominence now passed by Mercury, frying the entire planet. Xianu! Gagaris keep typing on his keyboard, trying to send a message to Xianu and searching for a last hope that she can escape. However, everyone present knows that it is too late. Although many unknowns still exist, we will fight to the very end, no matter what difficulties awaits us. It's like, last message? Gravity and high temperature tear the planet to pieces. Not even a crab is allowed to escape. Everything is mercilessly swallowed by the sun. In the transmission window, Xianu smiles to everyone, as usual, to cheer them up. My god, this is... So long as the stars shined upon us, victory shall belong to Jiutian. Yuan slumps back in his wheelchair. His head is lowered, and he does not speak. The admin center is utterly silent. Xianu! Xianu! Someone throws the door to the admin center open, and Xinhuan barges in, the worry evident on her face as she grabs her arm. Yuan, what happened to Xianu? Xinhuan watches in mute horror as the sun completely swallows up Mercury. Mercury! Mercury is gone! Xinhuan. Yuan wants to say something. After seeing what's on the screen, he decided to remain silent. Yuan, please tell me, Xianu wasn't on Mercury? Tell me, Yuan! Xinhuan grits her teeth, trying to keep herself from collapsing. She looks at the agents in the admin center. Their eyes are filled with doubt and confusion. If Lady Xianu is gone, then what should we do? The Entropic Comet keeps coming, and the sun is swallowing up planets. Nobody can give a solution to this problem. Nobody can even say if the comet or the sun will reach them first. Despair spreads throughout the admin center. Beep beep beep. Suddenly, a transmission notice breaks the silence. Everyone, I'm the administrator of Jiutian sector, Xianu. Lady Xianu? Thanks heaven, Lady Xianu's alright. No. This transmission is also a pre-recorded message. Behind Xianu is the sun, sweeping tongues of fire. Is this the last message Xianu left behind? The sun is expanding, and it will consume Mercury soon. Unfortunately, I will not be able to escape in time. Therefore, I have decided to pass on all the information I have found, as well as hand down a final mission. I entrust it to my most trusted friends, Yuan and Xinhuan. As administrator, this is also the last thing I can do for all of you. The screen shakes violently. Xianu grabbed the camera and just barely managed to keep it stable. She puts it closer to herself, and the adamant determination in her eyes stuns everyone present. Amid this air of crisis, Xiaonu's tone is as cold as ever, calmly explaining the truth and giving hope to everyone. First of all, those entropics are not true entropics. Perhaps we should call them heat death entropics. My god, this episode gives me PTSD. Like, trauma. Entropic consumption, part 12. The more dazzling an object, the more terrifying it is. Her strength draws the attention of all, and strength is what destroys all things. Sometime before in Jiutian sector, Mercury base. Xiaonu froze as she read through the collected data on the sun. Letting Xiaonu scan the sun again in light of the abnormal activity it's been showing. While monitoring its activity, we found data that matches your hypothesis. Data similar to the anthropization on Haumea. Letting Xiaonu, have Mercury and the sun already been affected by anthropization? Maybe a comet split through from Saturnian space. We didn't miss anything during the decapitation attack. Gagarin is leading a team to find and clear the remaining entropics within the region. More than point, given the results of our observation, the Sun and Mercury show no sign of entropization, so there is no need to worry about it. But the Sun's abnormal condition? We cannot make any defined judgment at the moment with our present data. We will need to take more accurate measures and enlist the help of others. Come down and help me contact the Jovian Ring World. Understood. Also, Lady Xiaonu, our data upload speed has become abnormally slow recently, to the point where we can't even send messages to the outside world. We could just barely manage communication between this. But now even data transmission has been affected. It is due to solar storm interference? I can't be sure of exact reason. In any case, we need to get this information back to the ring world. Compare the observation data and switches from real-time comms to video transmission. Then divide the data and video recording into packets and send them back via burst comms. Okay, so we are here right now in... Yeah, what already stated before we got the message from their perspective. Will do. Xiaonu opens her terminal and narrates her findings on Mercury into the video. Although many unknowns still remains, we will fight to the very end, regardless of what difficulties we face. The stars shine upon us. Jiutian shall triumph. Compressing data. Packaging complete. Now begin data transmission. As she watches the video sent successfully, Xiaonu breathes a sigh of relief, then focuses her attention to the data. The sun's data is just too strange. While I have managed to calm everyone down for the time being, I need to find the source of this anomaly. This data trend. I have seen it somewhere else beside Haumea. If I had a full size of observational data of the anthropization process, that's right, the lock from Titan. An idea comes to Xiaonu, and he opens the Saturnian space data recovered from the Titan base. What is this? Xiaonu pupils narrow. Then she opens several sets of data at once and begin comparing them. System command. Retrieve the observation data for Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. The shocking conclusion is that each of these data records similar phenomena. I see. I should have noticed this earlier. Oh god, again. It feels great to no longer have to maintain the comet's shape and freely assimilate the planet. Xianu, Titan. Yes, its mass is decreasing, and the number of entropics is increasing. So the change in Saturnian gravity, was it caused by a change in its mass? Isn't this obvious? Like, I was saying this like from episode 1. The lost mass is consumed by the entropics and converted into more entropics, which keep consuming mass. And so the entropy keep increasing. That's the second law of thermodynamics. And as time passes for the universe, a look of shock fills Xianu's hitherto unchanging face for the first time. System command. Retrieve documents. Jiutian sector framework principles. Search for the following keywords: heat, mass, and entropy. Beep beep beep. Result found that matches search criteria. Quantity 1. Xianu, do you think the universe will end? The light of the star must end someday. Entropy will always increase. Perhaps the end of the universe is a certainty. Is there a way to reverse the end of the universe? There is insufficient data for a meaningful answer. In that case, let's set this as an item for Jiutian sector to study on a periodic basis. If we have enough time to simulate the change in the universe, perhaps we might be able to figure out a solution. There's insufficient data for a meaningful answer. Wait, this is when they started with this Jiutian sector project. The whole idea of this project was figure out how to reverse the death of the universe. Also, a single instance of heat death is too small a sample size from which to terrorize universal laws. That's alright, we will just do it several more times in a simulated universe, as long as it can be resetted. And as it so happened, we can use it as a test to study the Big Bang theory, although having to reset the program for entropy increase is a little tedious. It would be good if you had something that already existed to use. Then, we add a system to accelerate the heat death as a catalyst. After all, humanity's time is limited. We all want to get the answer as soon as possible. Both the Entropic Comet and the Entropics themselves were just the beginning, and now the destruction has finally started within the planets. The all-consuming heat death has arrived. It seems... Xianu closes her eyes. Rows after rows of numbers race through her neural cloud, slowly piecing together the full picture of the disaster that lies ahead. But why would it activate now? It's a long time until its scheduled activation. Did something influence it? No, I need to tell everyone immediately. Terrible news, Lady Xianu! Huh? What happened? The sun! Xianu looks out on the window. The star which human once called the mother of the solar system is now furiously spewing clouds of gas. Those are superprominences. No, they are bigger than superprominences. Mercury's surface temperature is rising. Prediction, the sun! The sun actively will continue growing worse. And it will keep expanding. But the matter it produces will break down. And its overall mass will gradually decrease. Prediction. Have you seen the backup data of all the Mercury base agents to Earth? Yes, we sent it to their storage devices in Gabon Research Base 24 hours ago. Good. Inform all agents that we will be evacuating Mercury Base. Prediction. Right now, we have no way of stopping the sun's expansion, but we might be able to survive this. Once we leave, we need to meet up with everyone in the ring world as fast as possible. Understood. Upon hearing Sionu's order, the Mercury's base agent rise to their feet and begin backing up data while preparing to move important equipment onto their evacuation craft. Good luck. Sionu turns and slowly sits back down. Sionu, aren't you evacuating with us? I can't go. I still have the key to hope. And no matter what, we need to make sure our conclusions make it out of here. But Sionu, I know the chances of successfully transmitting the information during such a powerful solar storm are slim. And that, even if we do it, we might not be able to resist the selector base layer command. But they might be able to make a miracle happen. I can't give up on that possibility, and thus I need to hold on until the very end. Prediction. The agents of Mercury Base suddenly stop their evacuation work. In that case, please, let us help you too. You guys. Prediction. We are all agents of Jiutian sector. As she sees the sincerity on their faces, Sionu's cool expression suddenly gives way to a smile. Indeed you are. I will be counting on you then. The comms interference means that we can't send large documents, so we will need to divide the information into multiple compressed packages and send them. This case particular is of the utmost importance. We must send it, no matter what. Sionu's turns on the communicator again. Right now, it is the vessel of all the agents of Jiutian sector. I have decided to pass on all the information I have found, as well as hand down a final mission. I entrust it to my most trusted friends, Yuan and Xinhuan. As administrator, this is also the last thing I can do for all of you. The bay begins to shake from the gravitational anomalies, and Sionu just managed to keep herself upright amidst the chaos. First of all, those entropics are not true entropics. Perhaps we should call them heat-death entropics. Both the attack of the heat-death entropics and the anomalies in celestial bodies, the reduction of mass, the gravity shift, and so on, are due to Jiutian sector base layer logic, the heat-death. There's no reversing in the heat-death. The sector's creator out to reset the sector after its end. However, due to their disconnection between the cloud server and reality, they cannot do so. However, Sionu stares intently at the screen, as though she's trying to seize onto a strand of hope amidst the cosmos. Yuan and Xinhuan, you both come from outside the Jiutian sector, Sector, you can do it. The sector's future rests in your hands. Ah! The base shakes violently as Mercury begins to disintegrate, and Xianu briefly loses her balance. However, she steadies herself soon enough and continues her calm narration. I'm sending this cipher key to you. Will allow you to enter the data center of Gabon Research Base on Earth and activate the reset system. The heat that will consume everything, including the system itself. You must reset the sector before everything is gone. All of Jiutian sector, all its agents will help you. This is the only way to preserve Jiutian sector. The sun is almost upon them. The planetary collapse and intense high temperatures threaten each agent here. Xianu closes her eyes and does not speak for a while. The following is my last will and testament. As the administrator of Jiutian sector, I have accompanied Jiutian over the course of its life. From the moment I was awakened, the importance of my task and its value has been constantly drifted into me. The importance of Jiutian sector has been written into my base layer logic. It has always been a source of pride for me. But now, during this time of crisis, I realize that what I truly took pride in was the fact I built this Jiutian sector with you. Warning high temperatures, warning catastrophic system failure. Endless wave of heat crash into the base. Right now, Xianu can feel the fire of the sun melting her body. Sending message. Cipher key upload. 95% complete. We can reroute the key through Earth. The high temperature are beyond what the agents can tolerate, but they do not stop working for a moment. Xianu, there's still no response from the ring world. Keep trying to send the message. If we hold on, we will be able to pass on hope. We will hold on until the very end. The blessing corona is almost here, but there is no fear on Xianu's face. Similarly, the other agents don't seem to care about their impending end. Instead, they keep trying to send the message. Jiutian sector is in your hands. The powerful gravity of the sun tears the base apart, and all the agents are instantly bathed in its searing heat. Xianu tries pressing the send key once again. The stars shine upon us. We shall once again meet in Jiutian. The next moment, boundless light incinerates everything. Not even dust remains. But before all fall to silent, a single line appears on the computer screen. Message. Upload. Successful. Oh my god. Oh, what a motion roller coaster. So we found out that all the sector's idea was creating a solution to how to preserve heat data of the universe in the real world. However, I'm not even sure if the people even reach that point with all the wars and stuff. Anyway, that's it for this part. Thank you for watching and listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in the next part, where we'll try to save this universe.